What's up everyone, it's Magic here. So I have something interesting for you guys today. Some of you might remember that last year I made this video, A1 with 50mm f1.2 G Master versus Fujifilm GFX, so medium format system, but with a lens 80mm f1.7. Because what I wanted to see is if you get that medium format look from GFX 100. And my conclusion was that you actually don't. You get amazing image quality, you get like so many more benefits, but not necessarily a greater look in terms of bokeh and like background rendition and basically like overall look in the image. So something that like specifically I am looking for in wedding photography. So today, while I'm here in New York actually, I asked my friend Ryan, who uses the GFX system, and I know he likes combining it with different and more unique lenses, to borrow me his camera to make a Fujifilm revenge.
So this is the GFX 100 with the Sigma 50mm art. It's a 1.4 lens, which just lets in tons of light. You get a crazy shallow depth of field on this sensor. I love this lens, one, for the focal length. It becomes a 40mm field of view equivalent. And two, it's an extremely sharp lens, so it actually resolves all 102 megapixels of this camera. The bokeh rendition is really nice. The corner softness isn't too bad on this. So it's a really fun lens. You get some interesting looks with it, and I throw it on sometimes at weddings.
So we have Sony A7IV 50mm f1.2 versus Fujifilm 100 with a 50mm f1.4 Sigma lens adapted to it. Okay, so like size comparison, obviously the GFX is way bigger camera. So the GFX 100S, the one that I was testing before, was way smaller. This one has like fully integrated grip, so it's huge camera. Definitely not targeted towards wedding photographers. So that's really awesome that Ryan is shooting weddings with this. So today I'm not going to go into any specific performance tests of this camera. So I don't care about autofocus, I don't care about ISO right now. So all I want to see is the combination of the camera and lens that Ryan gave me and how does it look shooting portraits. So I'm shooting my friend, my high school friend Natalia here. Yay! And yeah, we're in Domino Park with very beautiful view for a couple of portraits, A/B shots. Let's go. First of all, this look on this side is insane. Just check out these photos that we just took here. So the one important note that I want to make, so while I'm taking these photos, is that the GFX with 50 is sort of like a 40mm equivalent for full frame. So in order to get the same image with Sony, I'm actually taking a step back each time to kind of get the same, you know, photo. Like, so my subject Natalia is exactly the same size on the frame, if that makes sense. So trying to compensate, both are 50. So that's nice. That's comparison that I want. Yeah, and just can't wait to see these photos on a big screen and just analyze them. The sun is gone. It's time to give back the monster camera to Ryan. I'm actually happy. This is so heavy, so much heavier than my set. Poor Ryan. But on the other hand, you have great muscles these days thanks to this heavy system.
Okay, I love a lot of things about this camera. I would say, if I had to narrow it down to a few things, it's image quality, the dynamic range, editing the files, the colors are amazing. The megapixel count is really helpful for certain commercial jobs. And then I would say just the fact that I can adapt some full frame lenses to this makes it really fun. The sensor will cover most full frame glass, and you get a really unique look with different kinds of lenses. You can use vintage lenses, modern lenses, and just sort of opens up a whole nother world of different looks you can get. So we do shoot weddings with this. It's slightly slower than some of the most like modern cameras. We actually like that. It forces us to kind of slow down, think about our shots a little bit more. But with the 100 and the 100S, they did make them a lot faster, so the autofocus is pretty snappy, and it feels a bit more capable and a bit more able to do a wedding versus just being sort of a studio or landscape camera.
Okay, the time has come. Let's look at the files. So the first ones, like these ones, kind of normal. You see on the left we have GFX 100, on the right you have Sony A7IV. I haven't touched the files, so this time I didn't match the colors. I didn't do anything with the colors. I maybe like slightly, cropped them so they're like both straight, so like very maybe 1% crop just to make them straight. That's it. That's all what I did. Wait, stop. This is editing magic here. Jet lagged, 2 a.m. back at home. Just if you want to take a look at these photos at your own pace, you can do that using this video sponsor, PicTime Gallery. So here's the link to that gallery. It's down below. You can just check it out. PicTime is my go-to service to upload my photos and send them to my clients. And it's a beautiful, beautiful gallery. But it's not only that. It does include a store that is built in, that is like international. You can connect it to multiple labs and they can auto-fulfill your orders. So if your client orders something, it just goes straight to their house. And yeah, you don't even touch it. And if you want to touch it, you can send it first to you and, make it all beautiful or whatever your style is and send it to your client yourself. But then on top of that, there's even more. There's like these sales automation, which are like pre-made sales campaigns that like make the sales so easy. You just like turn on the specific campaign for like specific galleries and it will just send emails to your clients, to their family, to whoever visits the gallery. And then I forgot about one of my favorite things, which is a slideshow feature, which is built in. So you don't have to have additional software to make slideshows. So check it out. Sign up even for a month for free. Check it out. Sign up for free using the link in the description and just try it. And I promise you, you will love that. Back to the video. So this one, I kind of start to feel what, the adapting full frame lenses is all about on GFX 100. You get that sort of a long lens look, so like a 50 millimeters, let's say a standard lens look, but in a wider angle. Plus you get that additional 4:3 aspect, and I think that is where this camera shines. Like the bokeh itself, very similar, because we're talking 51.4, 51.2, so 51.2 has like really amazing bokeh. So there's not much like a bokeh difference, but you get the same bokeh in a wider look, kind of like if you see my video of doing bokeh panorama on 51.2 lens, this is exactly what it is. This is the 51.4 look, but with a wider aspect ratio and with more in the frame due to that, bigger sensor. So that is impressive. So that's the next one. You see, kind of similar in like many of these cases. These photos are very similar. Like the Fuji has more greenish look, the Sony it's more magenta. That's very easy to fix in post, so that's not a problem at all. But yeah, like focusing on a look itself, you kind of see how different the geometry of the lenses are. Again, I was kind of taking one step back with Sony, so this isn't like fully fair comparison. Still, you can get the idea what look you can achieve. So I definitely prefer a look with GFX with some full frame adapted lenses. So that's actually great that the sensor size is small enough that you can fit full frame lenses, but still bigger than a full frame. Also, I do apologize for weird settings on that GFX. Like Ryan has it set up like differently. I was like struggling remembering which one is ISO, which one is shutter speed. So in a couple situations, I kind of messed, like what is it, like ISO 800 and one 4000 a second. That's stupid. So yeah, I do apologize for that. That's one of my favorite photos from this shoot. And look, what you get with the medium format kind of vibe. You get that way wider image, so that looks great. And then, you know, the bokeh, it's very nice. Like, it's quite similar actually. So that 51.2, it's a great full frame lens on a full frame camera, giving you a sort of medium format look, but so that's nice. But yeah, GFX just had like this little advantage here. Also, like, again, these are not edited. But if you would like to edit files like this, you can just use Magic Cadabra. It's like my very vibrant preset. So that would be my edit of that photo. So yeah, before, after, before, after. There's a link down below. And I do also think that the GFX shines slightly more on a vertical images. I would say it's a revenge. I would give points to GFX this time. It's a monster. It's a huge camera, but it gets the job done. If you haven't watched my previous comparison, just check the video here and see you guys in the next video.